Top of the second, the others come to kick, and speak of the devil, it's P. Dunk, the roving third baseman, leading us off.
As so often happens in baseball, you see someone make a fine defensive play to finish an inning, and there they are leading off on the next offensive side. A great deal of experience coming up to kick here for the others.
Strike one to Duncan.
17 seasons for P. Dunk. From Washington, D.C., works as a web developer.
And 2 strikes early, Lanahan going right after him. Jake, you might remember Duncan from the Menace to Sobriety team, who handed our Kung Fu Grip our only loss of the 2008 Founders Cup.
And hand it to us they did. An otherwise decent showing in pool play, marred by well, let's say a difficult outcome for Kung Fu Grip against Menace to Sobriety.
Duncan gets the bunt down fair. Hanley charges in, but he's got no play. Leadoff single for P. Dunk.
And again, a guy you think would probably be a big kicker, but in that leadoff position, getting that runner on first base is the most important thing. Mark Lundquist now, 26 seasons for him.
And another Menace to Sobriety alum.
Jelly Dog hails from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Works as an accountant.
Hops over the ball for strike one.
I wonder which player it was that put that grand slam over my head when I was playing left field in 2008.
Could have been any of them, that's the thing.
There was a stiff breeze out to left field. And boy, did they make use of it. I think they punished our left fielders 3 or 4 different times in that game.
But only once they bunted the bases loaded, which they did like clockwork. I think that's just something these veteran DC teams, they all just know how to do. They put runners on. It's very difficult to have a clean inning against any of them.
Really good command of the strike zone.
Lundquist bunts it right back to Lanahan. It's going to be close. Wood tears off the bag to cut off Duncan before he can take third. Looks like Lundquist was called safe at first base. The ballers don't like that call a bit. Ooh, looks like a good call. Lundquist does just beat it out. Love the play from first baseman Wood. You can't wait around to hear the call when you've got runners to worry about. Don't need to throw, just close that gap, get in a position, run towards third.
That's right, so important to always finish the play. Can't start talking about a call until the play is over.
Strike one to Catherine Tucker, another veteran of many kick asphalt champion teams.
34 seasons in total.
Tucker carries the dubious distinction of being one of the most hospitalized players of this or any franchise, having paid 4 visits to the emergency room in her kickball career. Many of us West Coasters remember her broken leg at the 2006 Leaders Cup in San Diego. And here she is, undaunted. Tucker bunts it to Lanahan. Throw is good, but so is the sacrifice as both runners advance. Would run towards home. P. Dunk stays put at third.
That's right, and you could definitely see him sneaking off third there just to see if he had a chance to go. And now Greg Seitz. Greg Seitz lists his WAKA experience as 50-plus seasons.
That's what our research turned up. He may be the most experienced kickballer on the face of the earth.
And we have to go to plus in this particular instance because his WAKA experience actually extends before we have records into the prehistory of the World Adult Kickball Association.
I overheard a conversation earlier of someone saying, oh, is that the kickball player who plays in every division every season? No, that's Greg Seitz. Gotta love it.
A tough spot for Lanahan and the Ballers defense here. Second and third, 1 out. It's going to take some real solid play to keep runs off the board.
And a familiar tough spot when you're playing the others. High fly. Looks like that one's going foul into the crowd. And they're good. Oh, that is strike 3 call. Well, immediately the others are going to argue that the ball failed to bounce twice. Indeed, the second bounce is well after the plate.
Very nice replay there to show that second bounce. Looks like that might have been a missed call.
Head ref Cameron Kushwara consults with first base ref Cisco Africano, and he's going to correct the call. Makes the count 3-2-1, and cites at kick continues. A foul into the catcher's arm, again must just be in foul territory. He's got to protect the plate at this point. That's a foul, and the count goes full. 3-2-3 for the second time this game. Those patient others.
One thing I see from both of these pitchers is it's pretty much just one pitch.
That is foul number 4. Seitz is out on fouls. That's a great pitch from Lanahan. It might be ball 4, but it's too close to take the chance. The spin on it, just tremendous. It's a nightmare pitch for a right-footed kicker trying to go to left on that.
Well, and that's why that is the fundamental pitch for any pitcher in WAKA. It's to get that motion from first to third. The vast majority of your kickers are going to be right-footed. They're going to want to run to first base, so their weight's going to be leaning in that direction. If you can get that ball going away from them, it makes it that much harder for them to put a bunt down in fair territory.
Sometimes the best thing for a kicker is to adapt to that spin, give into it, and take the ball to right if that's what he's giving you. But kicking across like that, it's very hard to keep it fair, even with 50+ seasons of experience. The pitcher Matt Wilner, with 2 strikes on him early, lets one go for ball 1.
21 seasons of WAKA experience from Kensington, Maryland. Works for the IRS. We won't hold that against him.
Wilner chops it to Hanley. Duncan bunts for home. It's a squeeze play, and he's out. Very close play, a tough angle to judge, but it does look like the ball gets there just ahead of Duncan. Castillo may deflect it into him. Kushwara says it touched the runner before he crossed the plate, and that's all that matters. BCB survived the second inning and preserved the tie.